Never thought I would ever have to say this.
Bad girl jello. Spunky. Breezy. Brilliant. Bad girl.
Especially not here on YouTube. Except for the couple of few people who were there when it happened. I come from a dysfunctional family. My mom and dad are workaholics, or rather were. My parents were abusive. My mom used to starve us when we did bad things. I remember one time my sister was the one who was around, my big sister. She was 3 then. And mom and dad were not around, of course. They were at their work. But I admit, raising 4 girls in their late 20s can't be easy, right? So, well, we were hungry. My sister had to try and cook for us. Of course, uncooked food. But mom came right on time before we ate the food. And she gave my sister a really, really thorough beating. There was this one time that mom gave us that starvation punishment. And that is the time I had a taste of it. We had spent some money we found lying around. Apparently, it was hers. So she made us sleep hungry. My older sister had to steal some fruits for us so we could sleep because we couldn't. Anyway, I ran away from home when I was 18 years old. And I can tell you, it is not easy. It was one fine morning. I woke up ready to go to my university. Yeah, I was going to join my college, and mom never liked my course. I studied drama and theater. You can imagine, she was like, you can't do drama. So that fine morning, mom, she ranted the most hurtful words. And even said she would rather prefer if I would have just become a nurse. Or maybe stayed at home and helped my dad on his local shop. I didn't think twice. When she walked out of the house and went to her usual job, I took my traveling bag, put some clothes, toothbrush, a toothpaste. I didn't have money, so I went straight to my dad's shop and asked him for transport money. so I can go back to college. Of course, we both knew he had money, but instead, he gave me a little, just enough for lunch. He told me to go back home. Well, I went straight to the bus stop and I called my boyfriend then. He understood me like no one else ever did. He took the phone call and I told him what had happened. He told me to take a bus and he's waiting for me at the bus stop to meet me. I hopped onto that bus. I didn't say anything. I switched off. I put my phone on flight mode. And headed to where I was going. And I didn't know how I was going to survive. When I met my boyfriend as I arrived, he received me and we both cried. I told him the whole story and he told me suicide should not be on the table here. And I told him I don't want to go home. That is not also an option. So he said, fine, if you don't want to go home, it's okay. You can stay here in school. I can help you survive here until you decide to go home. But of course, I was never going to go back home. That was not an option. I would never advise anyone to run away from home. Unless whatever you're running from or whatever you're running to is a really, really big deal. And they don't believe that I can make a life for myself. I was a misunderstood kid among 4 other girls. Of course, my parents would have never noticed me. My mom always screamed saying how much she had many girls and she could just lose any of us and she won't care. So I was never afraid of running away from home because I knew she would never miss me. And I'm also planning on making it here on YouTube. That is the only hope I have. And if I make it, I'm going to prove to them that I can create a life for myself and my course is not useless after all. Thank you guys for watching.